Well, hey, handy people, Dan here. Hey, well, been busy. Lots going on. Actually, I'm expecting, I got a bay empty, as you can see. I'm expecting my friend to come over with his cross country. He's got a 2000 cross country we're gonna pull some codes on. And then after that, I gotta work on, well, I'll show you. Come on. Yeah, we picked up another car, another Volvo. And it's an XC, and this one's a black 2003, and got it for a good price. It's got good tires, good struts, got a lot of good. 158,000 miles, and yeah, so we took today we took the front bumper off because we're gonna do some detailing. We're gonna get the body cleaned up a little bit. But we also have some things to fix. One, I'm going to put a new timing belt, water pump, tensioner, and all that good stuff. We're going to do an oil change, you know, basic stuff, stage 0 stuff. And then we had a little issue down in here with the lower steering shaft. And so take 2 on this one, and there we can see what we're doing. Got some light on the subject, but you can see we got the lower steering shaft loose from the column, and our next step will be to go underneath and get it free from the rack. The shaft is bound up, frozen up. Today, my daughter Marissa cleaned all the carpets. Of course, we pulled the seats out so we get at it, and it sure smells a lot better. The other thing that this thing had is that steering shaft was stuck, but it also had a problem on the other side, and I'll show you. Yeah, here's the driver's seat we pulled out today, and it really helps. And then we're storing all the stuff we pulled out, all the seats and different components, the glove box, etc. It really helps if you want to detail a car to pull all that stuff out. So we're kind of accomplishing a couple things at once, cleaning all the door panels, etc. But we also had a problem. The fan ran continuously. So the fan is out. And we followed some different instructions, and getting that fan out required several tools, several unique but everything was they're all T25s, and yeah, it's a little tedious, but it didn't take long. And the key was, a good friend of mine, William, told me, pull the seat. That way you can lay down and look up, and wow, that made a big difference. So thanks, William, very much, my friend. So anyways, yeah, she's not perfect. It's got some dings, some scratches. But hey, it's a good running 2.5, and we're anxious to get it, get it up to snuff, which we'll be doing pretty quickly. So yeah, pulling the bumper off allowed us to clean. There was a lot of cobwebs, there was a lot of dirt. The vehicle was off of a friend's farm, but it's a fine vehicle, and she's gonna have a pretty neat ride when we're done. Oh yeah, here's some of the goodies. The water pump. Here's the this is the cabin air filter. This is the bolts for the water pump. The timing belt kit, and then the coolant. And then we've got another order coming from our friends at FCP with 3 more items. The lower steering shaft. I was gonna just get the fan thermostat, but I think we're going to replace the entire fan. Here's the fan we pulled, the motor assembly, and obviously this came out of an 02 S60, and it was a replacement deal. Somebody in the previous owner had replaced it, but as I spin that, it's not really spinning freely. It's kind of bound. I won't say it's bound, but I mean it won't move once I let go of it. So I'm going to get a new fan. I guess we're going to bite the bullet and get a new fan and a new one of these one of these guys. So if you have any thoughts on that, I'd appreciate it. It'd be helpful to know. But yeah, just doing maintenance and repair work and doing some, bringing some stage 0 to this car. All the lights work, the brakes work, tires are good. Like I said, it's got a Okay, so we're back on the 03 cross country. Had one more issue pop up, and that was the fuel pump was leaking. Now, I know you can change the fuel pump, or you can, I guess, glue it. The only thing I'm noticing, I got continuous fuel coming out of one crack here. I dry it and it comes back. Now I've sprayed it. If you'll see, it's pretty clean. I don't know if you can see in that hole, but see how it's wet there? I've been drying it and drying it and drying it. I shoot it with brake clean, and yeah, I'm using this stuff. I got it AutoZone, but I'm also running a fan in here so I don't asphyxiate myself. And I'm just trying to get this one little part here dry, and it might be because the tank is almost full. Yeah, this leak sprung right on us. Well, on our first drive, actually, after I repaired a couple other things. Looks like that's going to keep leaking. So I know where the problem is. It's there. I know guys have done this. I can actually see it leaking. That's interesting. I can actually see it kind of, as I dry it, it seeps out again. And I've already cleaned this once with that brake clean quite well, actually. But it's right there. You can see that wet spot right in this corner of this crosshair thing. And that's like the distribution block. And I guess that's where a lot of them have failed. I did look up to see if I qualified for a, to get something done under a warranty scenario, but it's expired. So, next best thing, DIY. So, I took a file. This one just happens to be a square tip, and I scratched all inside this cavity, this cavity, this cavity, and this cavity, because it's really slick like nylon. So I wanted to make sure that there was some ability for this this glue to adhere. So You could use sandpaper, but I found it easier to use a file. I could get it done quicker and gouge it a little bit so that that stuff would hold. I mean, it holds real well anyways, but I'm using a combination of that and this long air hose to blow out the this stuff. My plan is I'm gonna mix the glue, get it ready, and then blow it out, and then scoop it in. I'm gonna get a big blob of it, and I'm gonna try and fill all 4 of these cavities. But where it seems to be leaking is from down in here, so I gotta really fill that up good. The product I'm using is this JB Weld Marine Weld. This stuff has been reported by several folks that this will cure, and it does say cures in an hour, dries white, sets in 5 minutes, 2350 psi, so that means it'll hold some pressure. And if you look on the back here, it says long lasting for bonding dissimilar surfaces, and it can be retained full strength at or below the water's surface. And I also read, if I'm not sure, that you got to clean the area of dirt, grease, paint, provide an even weld bead, and use a degreaser. I used a couple of different cleaners. But I used that. Oh, there's the word I was looking for. Chemical resistant. I used this brake cleaner stuff, which worked great. Cleaned it up, dried it out, but then it kept leaking gas, so it's going to continue to leak because unfortunately my tank is kind of full. So here's hoping maybe this will seal it up, and maybe it won't. But the worst is I got to take all the seats back out, which is not that tough. So I mixed it up, and it comes with a nifty little stick you can mix it with, and then the housing it serves as a mixing tray, which is nice too. And I used most of it. I mean, this thing, there's still some left, but keep a rag handy because this stuff gets all over. And then I'll show you what it looks like in here. Looks really bright white, and it is. I've got that LED light on it, but you'll notice also I took this this plug off. I was trying not to have any pressure at all in there, but I even took the gas cap off just to see if that would help. And it seemed to slow it down a little bit, so hopefully this will take care of things. I know I blew it out really well and dried it with compressed air right before I added in the JB Weld, but hopefully this stuff, it says it's chemical resistant. I hope it seals up in there and then holds. I think it will. Well, we got a new car in the fleet, and it's taken a bit of our time. It's a 2003 cross country, and it's a pretty nice car. Sorry though, my daughter locked it when she went in, but she's pretty stoked about this thing. And we just took it through the car wash, and another Volvo brought back to life. Well, hey folks, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I continue to work on every car we have, and even my project car, the Laser, of course, has taken a back seat while we got this one running so my daughter could drive it daily. But anyways, I'll be back shortly with more on that Laser, so keep on watching, and thanks for subscribing.